My name is Martin J. Cowling and I focus on building leadership, handling change and maximising volunteerism. I go into a lot of organisations to look at their volunteering programs and I can immediately identify the type of volunteering model they are using. For many organisations, I observe an old model of volunteering, a model that no longer fits with this world. Some organisations set up their volunteering and their ways of engaging volunteers 20 to 30 years ago. We're talking about setting up a program when fax machines were normal and the internet was something that wasn't thought about. Society has long moved on, and the old model of the 20th century thinking around volunteering is no longer relevant in the 2020s. The old model will be going. We need to say goodbye to the old model of volunteering. This old model includes fixed roles, largely unskilled volunteers, very fixed times, structured compulsory training times, all things that no longer fit with today's society and today's people. We need to accept it's goodbye 20th century volunteering, you will disappear. Because the old model fails to take into account that volunteering involves the 21st century's most valuable commodity, time. We feel so pressed for time in our world today. Every second, every minute feels valuable. In fact, in research in the United Kingdom, it was found that areas with excellent internet have seen the most rapid drops in volunteering involvement in the last few years. It's almost as if Netflix, online work, and chatting across the world have greater appeal than leaving the house to go and volunteer. Because when we ask people to choose between volunteering and another activity, we actually have to package volunteering so that it feels like it is worth their time. The question a volunteer is asking today is asking themselves, is if I give you my most valuable time, will I actually make a real impact on my community? I was recently talking to one volunteer and she mused that she was now having to choose between giving her time on a Thursday to look after her grandchild or to go and volunteer at the opportunity shop. She noted that her grandchild was friendlier, her grandchild was more appreciative, and her grandchild is more likely to miss her than the other volunteers in the opportunity shop or the charity itself. We need to make that volunteering opportunity so valuable that that woman would know that she would be making a difference and that if she wasn't there, she would in fact be missed. 20th century volunteering fundamentally wants to say we need to take people's skills and their most valuable resource, their time, and help them to make a difference. We need to help them structure volunteering differently. There are three things that we need to be doing as organisations to move forward, to walk forward as organisations around volunteering. And they are strategy, structure, and support. We need to know our organisation's strategy. Is volunteering integrated into your strategic plan? What is the link between your financial donor strategy and your volunteering strategy? Are they separate or are they integrated? If they're separated, why are they separated? The second thing we need to know is who in our community would want to volunteer for us. We need to match the skills and interests in our communities with our organisation's goals. Let's say you're in a university town and you want to attract students to volunteer. You have to build in volunteer roles that will expect your volunteers to be absent during university holidays and exam times. If you're in a retiree community that swells in the summer and shrinks in the winter, we need to think differently about how you attract those people. I was talking with one organisation in Western Sydney where 5% of the population in that community were born in China and 4% in India. Yet nothing in the volunteering resources or materials for that organisation showed any understanding or interest in people from those backgrounds. When we looked at the groups in their community, we found that those people wanted to volunteer as an entire family, yet organisations in the community were structured around only volunteers being individuals. We need to rethink our support and supervision of highly competent volunteers. The old model of volunteering is dead. We need to be ready to change to a new volunteering and think differently about the way we structure, strategize, and support our volunteers. If this has been helpful, click the link below to stay in touch. Please also subscribe, like, or share.